Hi, my name is Shay and welcome to the Soft Summer Diary. Or welcome back to the Soft Summer Diary if you are the only 2 subscribers who are here. Today will be a video of us reviewing my results from the color analysis professional that I did I think around 2 weeks ago. So my result, it is a soft summer. And that is my main color palette. But she did mention that I was able to borrow some colors from the True Summer as well. She laid out my hue, my value, and my chroma. Hue is more of whether to see it's cool or warm. And she circled that I'm definitely a cool. She did mention that I was neutral. I am a neutral leaning to cool. And then with my value, I think it's more of how much light is put in. So either I'm very good with very dark colors or very light colors. And as you can see, my value is somewhere in between. I'm closer to the light section than I am to the dark. And then for chroma, I'm very much leaning to the soft. I'm quite low contrast in the sense that I'm quite muted. As you can see with my face, there's nothing really striking about my face. It's quite put together in the sense that nothing really stands out. The contours, it just looks quite balanced, and that's why I'm put on the soft spectrum of my chroma. Then as you can see, I am in the cool tone, and that's why these 3 main circles are my top colors that I can choose from. She kind of starred 2 on the right over there. And if I do want to go a bit darker, I still can on the left side that way. So this is the preliminary understanding of why I'm better as a cool instead of a warm. Because as you can see, she circled the very vivid, bright, warm tone, which is my worst color. It's strong spring, where it's very vivid, it's very bold, it's very bright. It's different than deep autumn in the sense that deep autumn is deep, but it's still quite dark. It's not as vibrant or even close to neon. So I think that's why I was able to get away with deep autumn for a very long time, just because I could still pull off some navies and maroons and emeralds. So that's why I think I got really confused with being deep autumn, soft autumn, and eventually soft summer, because of the fact that I was able to pull off the dark, cooler tones, which is cool, not the warm. Brown doesn't look good on me. And then what's nice about this session was that she was able to pinpoint which color swatches that fit me. So she kind of pointed out that because I'm soft summer but also can borrow some true summer colors, I fit along these 3 stars line where I am a soft and then a bit grayish tone and then a bit medium. So that's why purple and blues and apparently pinks are actually my best colors. The lavender and the blue, dusty blue, really suits me. This in real life is actually pretty dusty. It's not as vibrant or bright, and it's not that deep either. It's just quite muted. And as you can see, I think I look pretty okay. And she did point out that my worst color is the very warm, vibrant, bright color and shiny colors. The top, that's the vivid and the very strong warm. So that's basically the color palette for spring. And funnily enough, deep autumn is actually below that. So if I had gone for these kinds of deep and bright, then it would have completely washed me out. Fortunately, the deep that I have been using is actually the one that's over here, the DK. That's the more deep palette that I thought I was able to pull off. And it's also more to dark or black. So it's not that vivid. It's not strong, but it is deep. She did tell me the difference between soft summer and soft autumn. Soft summer, as you can see, is on the left, that strip over there. And then soft autumn is on the right over there. So I did try some soft summer colors like these. I'll show you. This color over here, but it didn't really look the greatest on me compared to if I had worn this dusty color, which kind of made my skin look much better. I looked a little bit more alive, and that's kind of the beauty of color analysis. And then she told me for my neutral also, I cannot really go with a strong white or a vivid black like a winter does, but I am able to pull off like a more grayish white, like off-white. The darkest I could pull off is probably a navy, which is why this whole time navies look pretty good on me. She also said I could actually still pull off some browns, but I need to choose my browns carefully, which is more to the cool browns and not the one that gives you warmth or like some yellow, orange, red tone on it, because I lean more to when the brown is a little bit more dusty, grayish, closer to gray, closer to kind of like a blue tint. That's the brown that I should look for. She did show me my foundation recommendation. As you can tell, I'm neutral, I'm cool, so I can go along these kinds of colors. And then my blush recommendations are also more to the pinkish and purplish side, which is quite funny because I've never worn these kinds of lipsticks before. It's always just been brown or like chocolate or like reddish, dark. And so it was quite a shock. But when she did show me one of her recommendation for her lip color, it really stood out, and I could tell the difference. And then my eyeshadow recommendations are these colors. She specifically recommended me the Dior number 2 Neutral. Lipstick recommendation, as you can see, it's very like muted. It's not that bright. It's quite, if you want to say soft or like calm, I guess you could say calm. Like it doesn't stand off, it's not vivid. It's not like neon. It's not bright red or deep red. It's just a bit of like mauvish, lavender. She tells me the keyword for soft summer is basically like rosy, peony, lavender, mauve, and then like dusty. Yeah, that's one of the few words or like the keywords to determine whether it might be probably suited for soft summer or not. She gives me the color palettes for the clothings as well as the jewelries. I can rock both, I think, warm and cool metals. Like, so I can rock silver and I can rock a gold and rose gold as well. But I do tend to have more silver to flatter me more. She also gave me tips on how to mix and match my clothes. And I am planning to be able to create this kind of color schemes on my wardrobe. Hopefully it'll work in a few months or so. And for my hair, best would be medium ash, dark ash, light ash, medium ash brown. And then I asked whether I could do like blue black because I am, a cool tone. And she said I could, but not the ones that are too vibrant. So it can be a blue black, but it's more like faded color, like kind of toned down. Like I think like this will work. I might want to do this for my wedding. But yeah, I did actually dye my hair, and you can tell the difference between this and my first video, which looked completely different because it was very brownish, which is way off my colors. But yeah, she recommended my nail polish, and thankfully enough, my nail polish for this one actually looked really good. She said it really suits, and I'm not gonna lie, it does suit. Without her even saying it, this is one of the best nail polish styles I've had since ever. So I kind of thank the nail polish woman letting me know that I was a soft autumn and not a deep autumn instead, and that's how I started like going on this rabbit hole of finding my real color and eventually finding out that I'm soft summer. But yeah, these are also the recommendation that she recommended. Fortunately, she recommended the more affordable ones and also more accessible because I'm in Asia, particularly Indonesia. So these are the more like local brands and some international brands that are also active or like present in Indonesia, and easier for me to find. And there are some cheaper options as well as some more expensive options that I may or may not try it out in a few months' time. This is basically a recap of my color analysis results. I learned way more than I did in that session alone outside of this result because she was really one-on-one with me and she kind of explained it thoroughly, about the color analysis theory and about like why she thinks I'm a certain color and the drapings, and very thorough and very like detailed. So I do suggest that if you do have the time or the money for it, I think it would be great to go on to a color analysis session on site so that you can actually see for yourself and you have a professional eye to look at you objectively. But if you don't, you can try at home, try out different colors that suits you, try on like the ones on the cameras, like apps that helps you to figure it out on your own. But it might not be as accurate, I feel, because sometimes the coloring or the lighting of the phone just affects everything. So this is my color results. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm learning about myself a bit more, and I'm not 100% comfortable in some of the colors, I have to admit, but I'm trying. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!